Yes, welcome to another video. This is the preview for the Norwich game. We're going to go into team lineups, who's going to start up top, and some other random stuff. So let's set a like tag before we get into it, guys. Let's go for 1,000 likes. First game back at the Etihad. Let's see if we can hit 1,000 on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Massive thank you to our sponsor today. It's the guys at OneFootball. If you don't know what they are, you never heard of them before, or you just need that little extra nudge, OneFootball have an app that you can download. The link will be in the description. It's also the pinned comment. And basically, when you download the app, you can select City as your favourite team, and you get all the City news straight to your phone, including like team lineups, match news, match reports, transfer news, and transfer rumours, which is still popping off, obviously, with the Harry Kane saga still dragging on. The best thing is it's completely free. If you download it, select City as your favourite team, you help support the channel, and yeah, it's actually just a genuinely sick app. Both me and Jordan use it, so you should too. Right, let's get into it then. I touched on it a second ago, Bray. First game back at the Etihad, full, you know, you're expecting 50,000 plus, hopefully, unless we get murked. You know, this is big. This is a big moment. This.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's like it feels like a monumental moment. Fans back at the Etihad. Obviously, there's always the joke of like no fans go there and stuff like that. But apparently, it's sold out. I've seen before on Twitter that all the seats are gone for this game. The atmosphere should be great. I don't know if they're going to do something special, because it's the first game back, but it is exciting. It's exciting. I'm super jealous. It is very. It's like I reckon all the people who have got tickets right now will be absolutely buzzing, because it's the proper first game back, innit? Yeah. It's like it's been so long. It's been years. It's been years since we've been able to actually just sit at our seats at the Etihad and watch a match. Yeah.
No, it's big as well. And I'd say this as well, you know, the team's going through a bit of a sticky run at the moment. We've lost our three last matches. You know, it was Chelsea in the final, Leicester in the Community Shield, whether you class that as a game or not, whatever. And obviously we got beat off Tottenham, conceding 3 goals, not conceded a goal. So, you know, okay, it's spread over a period of months. However, we kind of need to win a game, you know what I mean? We are kind of... It's weird, because people are like, oh yeah, it is what it is. We're actually in bad form if you think about it. We've lost our 3... other than friendlies, and I don't know if you want to class the Leicester game as a friendly. I know we played like a bit of a dodgy team, but we have effectively lost our last 3 games, which is pretty mad, really. And actually, the fans for this game against Norwich, I've got a massive job to try and help the players. You know what I mean? You know, some of these players have not played in front of you know, Man City fans for
Diaz.
Yeah, Diaz.
Wow.
Some of them never, some of them over a year. You know what I mean? It's a big thing for them, and the team needs our support, because at the end of the day, we are in this kind of sticky patch. You know what I mean? And some people might be like, "What's he on about? We've only played 2 games," but the fact is, we have lost our last 3 matches, and we're struggling to score goals, and we still don't have an actual striker. So fans have got a massive, you know, obviously it's kind of weird, because for them, they might be anxious as well, because, you know, some of them might have the COVID anxieties and that. So obviously, it's important for me. I think the fans need to try and get in the ground early, bro. Get in there early, stay relaxed, have a beer, maybe have one of these new beers.
Have an edible coffee cup, bro.
Have an edible coffee cup. not the other sort.
Have your coffee and scran it afterwards as well. I mean,
yeah.
I've seen before, actually, that the edible coffee cup thing is actually a wafer, innit? It's like an ice cream cone.
Yeah, 100 calories, just bear that in mind, innit?
Is it actually 100 calories?
100
yeah.
calories, yeah.
Nice.
So, look, it's going to be really good to see the City fans back in the stadium. And obviously, as I mentioned, we have lost our last 3 games in a row, so we kind of do need to get the win under our belt here. It doesn't get any easier. I mean, does it get any? We got Arsenal next, so some will say it does get easier. But we do have Arsenal next, which is another big game. So we can't afford to drop points here, because we've already lost our first match. If we drop points here and then go into Arsenal, that ain't not good.
If we drop points against Norwich here, that is terrible. Yeah. That is a terrible start to a season.
Nah, it's not. So we need to get our head in the game for this Blues. And in terms of not scoring, we need to decide who's going to start up front. So you may or may not have heard that we've still not signed Harry Kane. That transfer rumour is still dragging on. OneFootball will let us know as soon as it's done, though. So we need to decide who's going to play as a striker. So we're going to have a little bit of a talk, Bray, about the options, right? Let me just give you the options first, and then we can go through them, run the pros and cons. So you've got Gabriel Jesus, you've got Torres, and you've also got the man who's just signed a new contract, Liam Delap. So what do you do, Bray?
I mean, you say that, but there is an outside chance that false 9 comes back and like Bernardo or
that could happen. However, the only reason I didn't include that, bro, is because
Kevin,
I don't think will start, and I don't think he'll play Gundo either, just because of his shoulder
injury. Yeah, so it's hard to pack up the midfield when you got no midfield, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we'll start with Jesus in it. Start with Jesus. I think his time at the club has been weird. A lot of people have relied on him. Well, the club have relied on him really, and I think the trust has gone with a lot of fans and the club with Gabby. Hence why we're looking for a new striker. He is a backup. He's a backup striker. He's not ready to step into the shoes of being our forefront striker. I did think that would be selling him this summer. The closer we get to the end of the transfer window, I don't think we will be. But again, even without a striker in the team, he's a backup striker still. Do you know what I mean? Like, we don't actually have a recognised striker other than Gabby himself, and he's still backup.
Yeah.
So is this a good game to give him another chance? Do you know what I mean? How many chances does this guy have? Is this a game where at least he can find some, find his feet a little bit, see if he can perform, see if he can get some goals? Because we've seen it with Gabby bare times where he can go for a patch of not scoring, and then he can just bag a hat trick, and it's just like, what is this guy, man? What is this guy? But
yeah,
Jesus is a weird one for me, bro.
Look, I think Jesus is just. I've just lost everything for Jesus, mate. You know what I mean? I'm quite happy if we sold him and we had Kane and Delap and Torres as our three. I just don't rate him anymore. I've proper lost all confidence in him. The club have lost all confidence in him. And if you don't think they have, well, why, when he is our only proper striker, when we're 1-0 down against Tottenham, is he stuck out on the wing and Torres remains up front? And Torres is actually a winger. That tells you all you need to know about how the club are feeling about him, how Pep's feeling about him. And I'm just saying, mate, the fact is, he's had the last 2 years. People are like, he's never been given a chance. Mate, look at Gabriel, look at Sergio Aguero's injury record over the last 2 years. He's had 2 years to prove a point, and he's failed to do it. I'm happy to give him the game today and see how he gets on. You know what I mean? I'm buzzing for him if he scores goals, obviously. I mean, it is what it is. But he's not going to be our long-term striker, and to be honest, I think his time at the club is coming to an end. Torres is decent, and I like his finishing. The only problem I got with Torres, and I don't know if you would agree with this or not, is when he's not scoring as a striker, he doesn't affect the game. He doesn't drop out, and that is something that Gabriel Jesus does, to be fair. But he's a better finisher than Jesus. But if we're struggling, or he can sometimes just get lost in a match, and you can end the match and you'll be like, I forgot he was playing, you know what I mean? And the other option is Delap. I want to see Delap get some minutes, bro. I'm going to flip if he doesn't get some minutes. I know he's only just come back from injury like 4 or 5 days ago, whatever it was, but this guy can get 5 minutes, surely. You know what I mean? Surely he can have 5 minutes. In a game where we don't have a striker against Norwich, I want to see him at least get 5 minutes, mate.
Yeah, he's just signed a new contract. I do think that he should be rewarded with some minutes. Like I say, I don't know if he's ready to start. I don't know how serious how the injury is now affecting him 4 days later from him coming back.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the situation. I do agree with you, by the way, on the Torres thing. I do think he goes missing. I think the prime example of that was last week against Tottenham, bro. He just kind of like, Torres is gone. It doesn't exist anymore. And you're kind of looking at it going, where's our striker? Even though he's meant to be the striker. Delap is the big talking point, I think, with this. I think a lot of people will want Delap to start. Personally, I'd love Delap to start. I think my brain tells me he won't, just because of the fact that he's not been back for very long. He has been, he has been for quite a bit.
And I agree with you, and I'm happy with that, by the way. You know, if he's not fit to start, don't start him. The one issue I've got with this, bro, and the reason why I'm not going to keep banging the drum on Delap is because last year we did that for about 5 months.
We did it for 5 months and once.
We both got emotionally invested in Liam Delap, and after 5 months of heartbreak, we cut it off, didn't we?
Yeah,
in fact, I think we refused to speak about him.
Yeah, bro. People get to asking us for so long, where's Delap in the team? Why are you not putting Delap in your predicted 11?
Yeah.
Are you mad? Why are you not starting Delap? And then we were just like, no, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And then we was right, though. It didn't happen, did it? So,
yeah.
I mean, this is a great game for him, though, to come in and get some minutes. And then if he comes in and gets some minutes, bro, I feel like that's a real sign of what's to come for this season. Him training with the first team and stuff, it could potentially lead to him actually staying here and becoming our backup striker.
Yeah. No, I would agree with that. Right, let's go through our predicted 11. This is the team that we would pick if we was in the position of Pep Guardiola. So, Ederson in goal. We're going to give Kyle Walker a start with Diaz and Stones resuming their partnership. You know, a lot of people want Laporte to come back in. However, for me, Stones has the shirt. You know what I mean? Yeah, we say this all the time. Stones has got the shirt. Laporte's got to win that back off him. I know a lot of people will just want Laporte to play, because it's Laporte, but that is what it is. I'm sorry, but Mendy, I'm just struggling with this. You know, we did Mendy back. We did a Mendy back video like 2 weeks ago. Is Mendy back? Are we going to get this £50 million left back that we eventually we signed all them years ago? And no. So Zinchenko comes back into the team. We've gone Rodri. You was the one really who called out Rodri. What's your reasoning for this, Bray? I
just put Rodri in there just because I know that everyone will need minutes, but going into the season, everyone is going to need to play some games. Yeah. We can't really just leave people out. Do you know what I mean? Fernandinho might start, and I'd be completely happy with Fernandinho playing. But I found myself back in a similar position to what I was last year. I'm always Fernandinho or Rodri. Either is fine for me.
Yeah.
I do want Rodri to play just because I want him to get some minutes.
No, that's a fair explanation. You can't just not play him and then when Fernandinho gets injured or sent off or something like that, then you put on
just
a guy who's cold.
Yeah. He's just like, I'm not playing for time.
Yeah. Midfield is a bit of a difficult one because Kevin is probably not going to start. Gundogan, I think. What I heard from the Gundogan situation is he could play, but it depends whether we want to risk him or not. So we've gone with Grealish and Bernardo Silva. This legit could be Bernardo's last game. And up top, we've gone Mahrez and Gabriel Jesus, as we've said, and Raheem Sterling on the left-hand side, of course. Phil Foden is still out of this one with an injury. So that would be the first Premier League starting 11 at home at the Etihad this season. Score predictions, Bray, what are you going for?
Well, we did a tier 3 live stream, didn't we? Of Norwich and Liverpool last week. For people who want extra live streams from other Premier League games, press the join button, it's underneath the video. Tier 2, no, is it tier 3? Yeah, tier 3 is get the extra live stream, so, you know what I mean? Press tier 3. When we watched that game, Norwich were actually playing some decent football, bro. Decent passing football. However, ultimately, they got murked. And I think they're going to struggle very, very much against us. Especially being at home, especially with the fans back. So I'm going to say 4-0.
Yeah, 4-0. Jeez.
We've not seen goals for weeks, bro. I want to see a goal.
Yeah, well, I think, you know, without a proper striker in there, and obviously, again, I don't have the confidence of Gabriel Jesus. He doesn't, you know what I mean? So I'm going to go 2-0 to City. But watch out for Todd Cantwell. He can be a little bit of a problem. And obviously Pookie if he starts, which you expect him to do unless he's picked up an injury. But there are our predictions, there are our teams. Let us know what you think in the comments section below. Of course, you will get the team lineup as soon as possible on OneFootball. So if you want to go check it out, links in the description. Doesn't cost you a penny. It's a mega app and you help support the channel if you download it. Smash a like on the video. 1,000's the target. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And we'll see you in the next one. See you in a bit.